We've met a lot of your on-screen family in the sense of the ex-wife
Yes.
and of course Jane and Zoe, but we're about to meet some new members
Oh
of
my
the
God,
family
yes.
in the next episode. Can you
Ye-
tell me what that dynamic looks like with his
with my
ex-stepdaughters?
evil twins. Yes, we have my the Rogelio's ex-wife has these twins, and they're very nasty, and they're very mean and very bad, and I'm their stepfather. So
Sort of.
Sort of. So in the next episode, we're gonna have a very funny family dinner with with the Xiomara, with the Rogelio's ex-wife, with Abuela, with the evil twins, and with Jane.
Okay.
You can just imagine how that will turn out.
Do we see a different side of Rogelio during that scene? I mean, is he treating these twins differently than he would treat Jane?
I don't want to give you spoilers.
Okay.
But
Well, that's why I'm here.
Exactly. But yes, it's a. You know, Rogelio, he's very superficial and very eccentric and whatever. But what I love about the character is that he also has this heartfelt side. When he has like real and serious scenes with Jane or with Xiomara, you can see that he really has a beautiful heart, and that's what I love about the character. He doesn't stay in the superficiality of,
Right.
of let's eccentric and let's do that and everything. And I think that you will see as the episodes as the episodes progresses. Correct? Is that right? Good English, right? That more and more of this side of Rogelio.
Okay.
Right? But no, the dinner goes. It's a mess.
Okay.
It's a complete mess. Yeah.
Okay. Now, he's very supportive of Zoe as well. Her singing career, it seems like he's trying to help her there. At this point in the show, what is he looking for from her in your perspective? Is he
Actually,
looking
no.
for a romance? Is he just looking to support her?
I think he's looking for a romance because he you know, he really loves the fact that he has a daughter, and he's a family man. Even though he lives in this parallel universe, you know, that he thinks that the superstar and telenovela and whatever, he's a very genuine guy, and you will get to meet that side of him in the following episodes. Yes, it is one of the comic reliefs of the show,
Right.
and it's meant to make you laugh and everything, but it's also meant because you know there's no comedy with drama and vice versa. You cannot only be like a clown and not have any depth, right? So I think that he will become a more genuine guy,
Okay.
and you will learn that Rogelio really respects and likes So a lot.
Okay.
But also So has to be a good mom. So up until what episode have you seen?
Well, I've seen through 7.
Through 7,
but
all right.
not everybody watching this will have.
Oh,
So-
no spoilers then. So you will see that. Es que I don't want to give you any spoilers. I mean, not you, but the,
Well, yeah.
the audience. It's funny. I mean, they decide not to have sex for a while to see, and then they decide to break up.
Okay.
And then So has a date, and then Rogelio has a date. So since they're very mature, they will both double date.
Right.
So they go. I mean, it's a whole mess on how it goes, but it's only to show the audience how they feel about each other, which is a very genuine relationship. And of course, eventually, hopefully, they will become together, and you know they will be like father and mother for Jane. But
Right.
who knows? We don't know, because honestly, with Jenny, brilliant writer and brilliant executive producer, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
And we receive the scripts sometimes the same day of the table read.
Wow.
So sometimes we don't have time to read it before. So we're like reading in the table read and making mistakes and oh wait, you know, like the fixing and everything. And even when we read 107 or 108, I asked Jenny, who's in Rostro? And she was like, I won't tell you.
Oh.
So we truly don't know. We
Okay.
don't know, and that's beautiful as an actor because
I would say, do you
it's
want to
always a
know?
surprise. No.
Yeah, because
No,
if you know, then you might tip your hand a little bit.
Exactly. So they were asking me in a previous interview, are you Team Rafael or Team
Okay.
Michael? I'm like, well, I think I'm Team Michael. But at the same time, there's a lot of he has like a dark side, and they have talked about it a little bit, like superficially in the show, like with his brother and whatever. But then we read 113 yesterday, and the way that episode ends with Rafael, I'm totally Team Michael.
Interesting.
Totally Team
But
Michael.
that's you as an actor.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your character is team one or the other? Because it's his daughter
I
and
would
everyone
love-
has to be good enough for her.
Exactly, and I would love for we haven't explored that
Okay.
a lot in the show, but I would love for the writers to maybe write these situations where, as Jane's father, I don't approve of any boyfriend.
Okay.
I hate every boyfriend.
Right.
Like because I'm a dad. I have a 3-year-old daughter and a 1 month, 1 week old baby boy.
Oh wow.
So
You'll get there.
I'm actually already.
Oh.
I'm already designing the dungeon where my daughter's going to live. I don't know why you laugh. This is a very serious matter, and it's a dungeon. It will not have doors or windows.
Oh great.
And the first permit she will have to go dancing will be when she's 43.
Sure.
So when she comes back 43, pregnant, engaged, who cares? That's going to be beautiful.
Sure. Okay. Well, you talked a little bit about the depth that he has as a character, and what we'll get to see with his relationship with Zoe. What about Jane? I mean, what does that relationship look like in the coming episodes? Are they learning more about each other? Is he making more mistakes?
Yes, definitely, always more mistakes because the mistakes he makes are the comedic side of the show.
Right. True.
But definitely. I believe that both of them will complement the father and daughter relationship.
Okay.
I mean, there's not one without the other, and I think that Rogelio has never been a dad, so he's learning as he goes, as he goes along. And Jane has never had a father, so I believe the two of them will complement each other,
Okay.
and the relationship will only become stronger, of course.
Okay. There's some great guest stars coming in.
Definitely.
Can you talk
Juanes.
about who you actually got to shoot with? Yeah.
Yes, Juanes, a good friend of mine and an amazing performer, an amazing musician. We have Paulina Rubio. Paul Rubio and myself, we were friends since we were on our mother's womb.
Oh, wow.
Because Susana Dos Amantes, her mother and my mother are really close friends. So I know Paulina since we were little kids. So it's amazing to have her on the show. I think they're talking to Edward James Olmos, Jimmy Smith. I mean, there's a lot of prospects
Right.
for guest starring roles, and hopefully they will say yes because they will be a part of this beautiful show. That not only we're working with amazingly talented actors, like starting with Gina, that she's the head of the show, and of course she's super. Her morals, her work ethics are flawless, and she's of course it doesn't hurt that she's very talented. So that transmits to all the cast and crew and even network executives. So we are working with a beautiful group of people. And I'm not telling you this because we're in the first season and we're blessed because the critics have been very nice to our show and everything. And in third season, we will all become monsters. No. I'm telling you because I truly, I have gotten to know these beautiful human beings. And it's going to be a very lovable show for many years to come. And we're always in a good mood and we're always in a positive side of things. And we have not forgotten how fun it is to be an actor.
Nice.
So we're not, I don't know, I'm sure you have visited several sets where everybody's in a bad mood.
Yes.
Or with a long face.
I have.
What the, dude, come on. You're not counting bills inside of a bank.
True,
You
right.
are in an amazing, beautiful, blessed profession. Enjoy it. And that's what we do here.
Nice. And what can you say about the show within a show? What we're going to see Rogelio do as an actor in the telenovela? I mean, is he getting off that boat anytime soon? Like,
No.
what
On
is
the boat?
happening there?
No. Es que you have
I mean,
to
that's
know-
one of my favorite parts, honestly.
Yeah, well, the novelas, even though I do, it's funny because I do way more films in Mexico. I don't do television. And when I have worked on television, I have done sitcoms, not novelas. I probably in 2000, when I was kind of starting exploring acting, I did a very classic novela, the classic that Why Haven't You Called Me? And I was like, what is this? Nobody can act like this. This is
Right.
unreal. And yes, it is unreal. Novelas are completely
Right.
unreal, are melodramatic to the extreme. So it's funny because we will see Santos being always Santos.
Right.
He's always Santos, but dressed as a priest,
Okay.
dressed as a pirate,
Okay.
dressed as el presidente, but they're all the same, like the novelas, like the novelas. So we're gonna the passions of Santos, the show within the show,
Right.
will only be like small references
Okay.
of what's happening in the show. Yeah.
Okay. So it's mostly focusing on who he is as an actual person
Person,
rather than. Okay.
Yes.
Great.